everyone, you join us back in a bit of a mixed sunny rainy Scotland. We've just come back from the NEC down in Birmingham where we were all last week. It was so lovely to meet everyone, so thank you so much if you came along. Thank you so much if you bought one of our books, we really appreciate that. But today we've actually just got back up to Scotland, picked up, wait for it, a Tesla, and we're going to be showing you, I guess, the electric vehicle charging capabilities of this Tesla Model Y vehicle, and honestly I am so excited about it already. I'm absolutely loving it. It's so comfortable. What do you think, Campbell? How does it feel to drive?
Well, it's my first time ever driving an electric vehicle, and it is, I've got to say, it's very nice. I'm very converted so far because it's just so cool. Like, we're going to get into all the displays and what it's actually fully like to drive later on. But first of all, it's just, I don't have a rattly oven in the back like I do with Ellie. I can actually talk to you guys and you can hear me. We're just up in Glencoe now, and again, the views are just insane. Like, look at these views, guys. I'd never get bored of them.
Yeah, we always talk a lot about how the colours and we'll have some leaves on the trees, thankfully, and it's just looking absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really excited to just keep continuing up on the road. This is a beautiful vehicle for a road trip actually, and a beautiful time of year for it too. Since we've been here, hasn't it?
It has actually. When was it? Over a year ago? 2 years ago, wow. We decided on our way north we wanted to stop off at our little plot of land in by Highland Titles, kind of just to the, I guess, west of Glencoe, and we're meeting up with the gang here. They're going to give us a little tour of what they've been working on for the past year or so, because they've got a couple of new, I guess, additions to the family that we're really excited to go and meet up with. In case you don't know what Highland Titles are, we're actually working with them again to produce this video, and we're always just so buzzing when we get to work with them, and they do so much good work. We're going to give you a full tour of like what they do, but basically they've got a couple of new Highland cows that you can now adopt and actually come and meet and greet here at the reserve. So I'm really excited to go and meet them for the first time. The local Highland guru Stuart took us out on a tour of the reserve, showing us the daily feeding run that gets done to help support the diversity of the natural life that resides here.
We get a wee chop up each day, and then we've got one of our spy cams over here, so that catches whoever comes. Brilliant.
That's just part of the feeding run. It was fascinating to see just how much the effect of the reintroduction of local species has helped to improve the quality of the land and the water, with local populations of red squirrels, hedgehogs and even sea eagles starting to thrive. Before long it was time to meet the stars of the show, and they were just as happy to see us.
Oh, there they are!
Patiently waiting. Hello! Horns. So watch out for that. So this guys is Andy and Ewan, two wee resident Highland cows here at Highland Titles Nature Reserve now. They're just getting their hay first of all before we actually get into the enclosure, because they get quite excited when it's feeding time.
Don't we all?
I know. How old are they now?
About 6 months.
6 months old. Here he comes. It's some yummy feed for you. He's not that interested in my feed. Surely this is better than hay.
So Stuart was actually just telling us the story of how they actually ended up getting Andy and Ewan, the Highland cows, here. They actually already feed a lot of the animals around here, as you've seen. So adding Highland cows to the feeding run wasn't really too much of a big ask, was it? These two little boys were actually, either their mum didn't have enough milk or she couldn't produce the milk to feed them. So the farm that they were on, they ended up being bottle fed, and they were just two kind little boys that needed adopted. And the girl that worked on that farm actually also worked at Highland Titles, so she phoned up and said, do you want them? And yeah, the rest is history. They're now here at the Highland Titles Nature Reserve. You can actually come and book on a tour to come and see Andy and Ewan, give them some food, which I think is brilliant. Everyone loves to see a Highland cow when they're in Scotland. So yeah, I'd really recommend checking it out.
And you can also get like a wee adopt a cow certificate, which helps them kind of pay for the feed and pay for the enclosure and pay for their care. And basically, yeah, who doesn't want to adopt a wee Highland cow and call Andy or Ewan their own? Alright, bye guys. So guys, meet the last two residents we're going to be feeding today. This is Thelma and Louise. Apparently they got these names because they've escaped multiple times from this enclosure, so they're kind of escape artists. Very noisy and very hungry.
Very hungry. They are salivating for their dinner.
Yeah, last time we were here we also showed you the world's largest bug hotel. That's still actually here, you can see it just down over the hill over there. And the whole idea of all of this is basically just to help rewild and just to help regenerate the landscape around these parts, especially in the old logging forests. It's really important in Scotland to try and introduce more native species of trees, and it's the kind of work that Highland Titles do. It's really good work.
And the cows actually also help to maintain the ecosystem here just by grazing, which helps promote biodiversity and supporting native wildlife.
You reading that from a script?
Right, hang on. The cows help maintain the ecosystem by grazing, which promotes biodiversity and supports the native plants and wildlife. Why couldn't I get that off my tongue? There we go. Better for me just to read it.
Oh, what a lovely way to spend an afternoon, just wandering around in nature. Such a good place. Okay. If you do want to actually get a plot of land for yourself, we do have a discount code for you, so I'll put it on the screen right here. And you can become a lord or a lady all by yourself, whether it's just for your friend or whether it's for yourself. And it means you can come and explore and enjoy this beautiful part of Scotland just to the north of Glencoe. And of course, come and meet the friendly locals, which is the Highland Cows. Did you enjoy that, baby?
I loved that. I loved it so much. Honestly, it's just, it's such a beautiful thing to do, isn't it? Just spend some time with the animals, and I think it's actually really therapeutic going out on that little food run. Just driving around in the wee car, passing them all, make sure they're all getting their dinner, just seeing how happy they all are when you arrive with their dinner, they're running to the front of their pen. And yeah, I just love the work that they do at Highland Titles. I think it's brilliant.
NC500 Pods.
Yay!
We made it!
A while.
Oh, let's keep some lights on in here. It is freezing! Oh,
yeah.
Look at this place!
So this is a new pod that they've got here. The last time that we were staying at the North Coast 500 Pods, both actually in Achmelcivh and Brora, I think they have both upgraded a lot since we were last here. So this is the new big luxury pod. It looks divine.
Yeah, so it's basically just a big open plan room. We've got a big double bed there, freestanding bathtub, and it's just a really cosy little place to come and stay. We've stayed at these pods before, not the specific one, but ones over there that are a little bit smaller. And yeah, they're always just a really cosy place to come and spend a night up in Achmelcivh Bay. But we're exhausted, baby. I think it's time for that bed.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Morning everybody. It's a little bit crazy out there today. I think storm hasn't actually passed through yet. It's been windy all night long. This is the problems with arriving last thing at night. When you've actually got to do some product photography for the pods, is that you then need to remake everything and pretend that we've not even stayed in it yet. And what did you just say, Gemma?
I'm rubbish at making a bed. Like,
I think you've done a bad job there.
really? Okay.
Does that look not lived in, guys? I'm also just having a little morning coffee and exporting the orders for our books to send to my dad, who's helping us fulfill these orders when we're away from the office. It's one of the things that I'm actually really glad about getting the office, is it means that we can kind of take a more hands-on approach to actually shipping stuff. Like when we're back at home, when we're just basing ourselves in the office, we do like to make sure that we're hand packing all the orders and stuff. But my parents have been a huge help recently. They have been a huge help just making sure that we can still get all the orders out to you guys when we're travelling around and trying to do all of this other kind of content creation stuff. You can tell we live in a van, can't you, babe? What just happened?
Yeah. I was looking at it and I was like, that's going to take forever to fill that bath. And then I was like, oh, the plug's not in.
Yeah. Forgot to put the plug in the hole.
Thankfully it wasn't running for too long, so I haven't like wasted loads of water, but...
Okay, a proper short and sweet little stay here, but we're now hitting the road again. I want to actually go down and check out Achmelcivh Beach because it's like a 1 minute drive just along there. And there's a really cool little site that we've not actually been along to in a couple of years, so I'm really excited to go and see as well. It's actually insane, guys. We were saying like about how long ago it was the last time we came up here. I feel like it was last week. We did that Cape Wrath walk, and that was the last time we kind of came to this region. A year and a half ago. Where has time disappeared to?
Sorry, but can I just say,
this is all new.
This is new.
Wow, look at this.
Oh wow, the car park, Campbell.
That is huge.
It's new. No, but remember the last time we were here, it was all muddy.
It was big craters. There's a big toilet block that looks like it's going to be getting opened there as well. It is no overnight parking here, but there's a campsite like right there, so that's understandable. But it's actually...
There's a youth hostel right there too.
There's youth hostel. It's good to see that they're actually using the money for the parking for things like this.
Yeah, I'm actually very impressed.
Let's go and check out the beach.
See. It is really beautiful.
Show you it in the book.
Yes, let's show you in the book.
This is our North Coast 500 book, self-published, in case you didn't know. So where are we? I just love coming back up here again because it means I can actually use my own book to be like, oh yeah, let's go back there, that was really good fun. But that's it there, from the drone.
Yeah.
You've got the Torridon mountain range in the distance, you've got Sullivan, and then that's the caravan park there, and it's just crystal clear waters and white sands.
And
gorgeous.
For reference,
that's it
you
there.
might not know where we're talking about.
Just north of Loch Inver, head up there along a wee windy road, not too bad, you get to Achmelcivh. And today we're going to be heading all the way up to here, Durness. So we're kind of focusing on the western side of the route in this road trip because we've only got a couple of days. That'd be nice. See some dolphins.
Do you know, it's just funny, like, I don't know why, I'm Scottish. I know it rains all the time, we've had record-breaking rain in July and August, but for some reason I still get that like slight glimmer of hope that sometimes we get some sunshine.
Talking about it, babe, look, there's blue skies. It's a summer's day.
That is a summer's day. But yeah, I had high hopes for this barbecue on the beach. It's not happening.
Oh, and there she is, Achmelcivh Beach. It is choppy out there today, guys.
I love it. I love it here so much.
Especially when you've got blue skies, the water's just like crystal clear. And it's just such a peaceful, secluded little bay. It's lovely. See if I can touch the water without getting soaking. Oh, it's not actually too bad. Oh no! So from Achmelcivh Beach, see if you head to the local campsite called Shore Caravan Park and then head through the field up and over this stile. Over that hill there's actually quite a kind of unique little hidden gem. It's quite cool. We've not been to visit it in a couple of years now, so we're going to go and check it out. But I just noticed that this storm that literally just hit this region of Scotland, it shows you how strong and how much of an impact it's actually had on it. Because just behind me there, you can see the high water mark from where the sea's obviously been pushed up into the campsite. And it must be a good 25 metres from the actual shoreline. So it shows you how strong the winds have been here for the past few days. Today's actually quite a calm day, it seems. Hello? Anyone in here?
Any flapping?
No flapping. Ooh! Look at that. Oh, that's better. Nice and calm.
This is such a nice shelter from the wind.
There you go.
Oh, I remember this last time as well. It was pretty windy when we came, wasn't it?
Nice shelter from the wind.
Shelter.
So this is a thing called Hermit's Castle, and they don't actually know why it was built. It was kind of built like a couple of decades ago as this kind of like strange art project, but it acts as this nice little shelter now from the wind if you are looking for some kind of refuge around Achmelcivh Bay. But it's basically this castle, sits right on the cliff edge, overlooking the water, made of concrete. Pretty cool to come and check out.
And now we get to follow them down the road.
Right, beep beep.
Chop chop.
Two different types of roadblocks around here. We've got the sheep and the delivery trucks.
Oh, look at it.
Run!
We're running the wrong way.
No.
Honestly, I keep being about to talk about something and then, look at this, we end up
Hey,
with another
come on,
roadblock.
pick a side. Girls.
Oh, I wish I'd picked up on that, what the Tesla saw them as. People, it sees them as people. Anyway, what I was going to say before all those sheep get in the way was this time of year is actually a really interesting time of year to visit, particularly around places where you may see deer, because it's actually rutting season, so it is the time of year where you will see the stags with their full on antlers. They'll be pumped full of testosterone and they may well be fighting. An interesting story that I love to share was many years ago, possibly goes close to say maybe 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Campbell and I had taken our tent up to Bridge Vorkey. We were away wild camping, and from a distance we could hear these deer like in the distance from up the hill, and we were like, oh my gosh, like you can hear them, we could see them. We had like rubbish cameras, rubbish phones back in the day, trying to do like a little zoom in to see the deer on the top of the hill. And then we'd gone into a pub restaurant for dinner, come out, it started to get dark. We had gone along to our tent, again it was this time of year, I'd say it was around October, gone along to our tent, and we realised that we were actually, between us and our tent was hundreds of deer. So we had to kind of go back to our car, turn the car lights on and sort of, I guess, point the lights in their direction to try and get them to move out the way. We still had some dishes to do, so we actually had to go down to the river and do our dishes as well. Anyway, got into our tent. We, like, honestly woke up in the middle of the night, didn't we, to what sounded like, we could hear them, it was like they were blowing in our tent, like in our tent, and what sounded like antlers fighting outside our tent all night. It was wild. Safe to say, we packed up in the morning and we were like, right, okay, that was definitely a unique wild camping experience, but I love it. I love that story. I think it's just a fun story to tell, and yeah, if you're up in Scotland, have a listen out, see if you can hear the deer roaring at this time of year, and see if you can see the big antlers sticking out through the bushes.
Another wee funny story about the deer is we're just coming into the town of Lochaber. We're going to go on a hunt for somewhere for breakfast, and this is the place if you want to see deer in a kind of more township habitat. Number of times I've driven through here and there's just been deer kicking about in like the doctor's surgery garden, or there's a wee play park down here where they've actually had to put like a tall deer fence. Looks like they've removed it. Oh no, they didn't. Yeah, it's still got its old fence.
It actually looks even bigger than it was.
They've actually had to put a tall deer fence around the play park here because basically deer would just jump over the fence and eat all the grass, and then that would introduce ticks into the grass at the play park, and the kids would end up getting ticks.
And also, we've actually been walking down the road
and they're just
before.
along here as well.
We've been walking down the road before and just had deer wandering along beside us.
They're just everywhere up in this Torridon region of Scotland. Alright, we are on the hunt for a charging point though. Round the back of Delilah's, apparently there's a Charge Place Scotland. Okay, so we're at 21% now. We need to get all the way up to Durness, so it's possibly going to need to top her up with a few percentages, I think. Gives us time to go and have breakfast anyway. Just got a full vegetarian breakfast. Is it good?
Yum yum.
Yum yum. It's almost gone already because Gemma's piled it all onto my plate. I now need to run back and just move the Tesla because it's got a 45-minute limit on the parking spot. I'm gonna go and pick up Gemma from the cafe. But one little problem that I did actually notice if you are coming up to Scotland is I was trying to plan out the next charging point up at Durness, but apparently you can only use the charging points at Durness and Scourie if you have an actual RFID card with Charge Scotland, which I don't have because I didn't realise that. You need to like buy it online for a tenner and get it delivered to your house before you start your road trip. So if you are planning to come up to the north of Scotland in an electric vehicle, it's worth getting one of them because then you can use any of the Charge Point Scotland charging stations all around the country. It's a lot easier, you don't need the internet to actually pay for it. You can just tap your card and off you go. But there's some points that don't even allow you to actually charge at them unless you've got this card. And so that's how much it costs doing the Charge Place Scotland's. 43 minutes, topped us up by about 40%, and it was about 25 quid. I don't know how that's going to actually compare in terms of mileage to like petrol. We just need to wait and see. Oh, I see them. Oh, they're big beauties. There always seems to be here just into the town of Scourie, and just before the campsite there's a big field overlooking the water, and it's just loads of Highland cows just chilling, admiring the view. Just driving through Durness now, almost towards Smoo Cave, and that right there was the first car that we've actually driven past in about 10-15 minutes. Honestly, the quietest I've ever seen this part of the route. It's quite mind-blowing. I still thought it would be kind of busy even though it's October. Now this, gang, is a fascinating place right up the north in a town called Durness. If you've been around the North Coast 500, you'll know the place I'm talking about, but it's called Smoo Cave. And it kind of sits just down underneath the town. You need to actually go down a loads of steps to get down to it. And it's basically this giant cave system that they've found etched into the side of the sea cliffs. And there's evidence of Viking activity in this area. There's actually evidence as they kind of dug into it and uncovered it a lot more. They found remains of like Viking longships, and they think it's where the Vikings used to actually store their boats. You can walk all the way across into it, and if it's not too rainy, you can even jump in a little lifeboat and they take you on a wee tour further into the cave system.
You can actually hear the waterfall already, and we have had so much rainfall over the last few days that yeah, it's going to be pretty full on in there.
You can actually see the spray coming out from the cavern from what must be from the waterfall. I think I'm going to need to put a switch to my phone because it's a bit more waterproof, because this camera is going to get absolutely soaked if I take it in there. That is crazy. I feel like you might need to go in there by yourself because I've not got a waterproof on. That guy was just soaking.
Oh no!
Getting soaked already! Oh, absolutely soaking, guys.
You know what's so mental? I mean, they obviously still run the tours. We did the tours maybe 2017, I think it was, and it was so calm in there. We had a proper heat wave on our trip that year. Oh, and it was just like, that is mental.
But it's so fascinating around here as well. You can come and read all these information plaques, but there's like a team of cavers that basically go around all these caverns and kind of dig it out gradually. And that's when you discover more and more and more evidence of like Viking activity in the area. But it's a fascinating place to come and check out. It's just huge. Of course, we can't say goodbye to this region without stopping off for a little Cocoa Mountain hot chocolate and the view of Balnakeil Beach. If you've been following us, you know we do it every single time.
You just can't not, can you?
You can't not. It literally does the best hot chocolate
Take that lid off, let's see it.
that you'll ever have in your life.
Oh, yum.
Drizzled chocolate over the top of the hot chocolate. And yeah, it's literally just indulgent heaven. It's amazing.
And that is the view. Gorgeous Balnakeil Beach. Maybe just go stop.
That is a car.
Made it.
We
It's
made
looking
it.
good, isn't it?
So it's been over 3 years since the last time we were here, and it's had a huge change. It's the NC500 Pods over in Brora this time. Again, the sun's just setting so early. It's
I
only
know.
7 o'clock this time. We picked up some dinner from Sid's Spice, which is a little Indian in Brora. Apparently the second best Indian in Scotland, so we have to obviously go back there again.
We've had it before the last time we
Had it
were here,
before.
and I can definitely say it's one of my favourites that I've ever had.
It was very good, yeah. This looks nice.
Come on into our cosy wee home for the
What have we got
night.
outside first of all?
So outside here we have a hot tub.
Look at that.
If you know us, you know we love a hot tub. And in here, just keep that door closed to keep the heat in. And so, if I remember rightly, the last time we were here, this was kind of called like the honeymoon suite. And I feel like they've actually done a lot of additions to it since the last time we were here as well. It really looks great. I love there's like a wee dressing area here, a really comfortable looking double bed with like a nice view. And their kitchen area is over there as well, which it just feels a really nice layout in here. I really like it. There's like a small little dining table and then like a really nice toilet and shower room in there. We've got a TV, we have a nice big decking area, there's like seats outside as well, and I'm actually really excited that we've got here early because we can actually like sit down, enjoy dinner, and just like enjoy this space.
The thing that really strikes me coming back to here after staying at Achmelcivh for a couple of times is just the size of the place. Like even in the dark, it reminded me of how big a plot of land they have here and how much more spread out the pods are here. Plus, they've also got an on-site sauna, which we're going to go and try and check out tomorrow morning. And look what I found in the boot. Lemon toilet bag.
Obviously, we just went to Co-op there to buy a toothbrush and toothpaste because annoyingly we'd put it into Campbell's toilet bag and then thought we'd left it.
So yeah, we've not brushed our teeth yet today, guys, because I thought I'd forgotten my toilet bag, but it was buried in the boot of the Tesla. That's how big their boots are.
Shall I say that maybe I should have gone out and looked for it?
Aye, possibly actually. Is it because I was looking?
But I was in my pyjamas, so I didn't. Campbell kindly offered to go and look for it. Maybe I should go on.
Good morning, everybody. Isn't that view just actually incredible? All I can see is across the fields. It's so peaceful and so quiet out here. And finally the wind's actually started to die down a little bit. So it's a much calmer day. Even got some neighbour cows waking us up this morning. Alright, do we see our pals?
I do, they're up there.
Oh
lunch.
yeah! There they are. Munch.
Oh, it's been a wee while since we've been here, isn't
know,
it?
guys.
Robertsons, the larder, in Beauly.
I always love stopping off here when we're heading north. It's just outside the town of Beauly, and it's the Robertsons, basically farm shop. The couple that run this place are just so lovely, and they do the best chili jam that you'll ever have. So here they come. Got a packed lunch and they go there. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I love them. Look at the size of the boards.
Oh, bless you.
Jamie Fraser and this is Katie Murag. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
So as well as the alpacas and the two Highland Cows, we've also got some exceptionally noisy goats. Hello! Noisy. How nice is that? You got a lifetime supply of chili jam.
And I think we've also got so we've got chili jam, fruits of the forest preserve, lemon curd, mango chutney. Chili jam is life. I'm really excited to try these ones as well, but the chili jam is so good. So something that's really good is you come through a ticket barrier when you come into, I think it's Rose Street car park in Inverness. So we were thinking that we were going to have to pay the minimum charge, which is £3 for up to 2 hours parking to park here. But it actually says that if you only stay in the car park for the time that it takes to charge your vehicle, and not like, you know, going away into town for hours, then actually you don't have to pay. You'll be released without charge if you press the help button on exit. So that's quite good. We don't need to worry about like paying double. Yeah, it's 1 hour remaining to do the charge, so I can go a wee wander around the town, and then we can just come back in to do that. Yep. But I think that's the end of our NC500 road trip, guys, in a Tesla. It's been quick. Thoughts? It's been really good fun, really comfortable car to drive around in. A little bit harder to get used to because you do have to make sure that you're planning these stops, and it's not just planning the stops to get the charge, but it's also just planning the time it takes to charge the vehicle. But it's been fine. It's actually encouraged us to slow down, which is not a bad thing. That is a good thing. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a fun, blustery trip, but I've loved it. You? It's been really interesting actually, just seeing it from an electric standpoint. Like I said, make sure you've got these Charge Scotland RFID cards if you are coming up here in any vehicle, but it's definitely possible to do the NC500 in an electric vehicle, because like you say, you just need to take a little bit more planning and a little more time to do it, but it's fun. I love that the cars actually plan it for you. So they'll just, you know, you put your navigation, everything in, and it actually just tells you like how much charge you'll have and where you can charge on the route, and I just think that's great. Brilliant. We're heading further south. We've got the Tesla for another few days, but we've got our home wedding this weekend. Yay. And we're just going to be exploring around Glasgow over the next few days. There's a couple of really cool spots we want to go and check out, but we'll save that for the next vlog, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It lets us know we're doing the right thing, and we'll see you again in the next one. See ya. Bye.